Okay, good. Okay, so another one.
Another one. So how many is that?
That's
like
exciting
3,
for me.
4. Okay, this one's really fun. Let me show the outside first. So I love this. It's really interesting, this one. So again, look at the age of the property here. You have a mixture again of brick village housing, and then a little bit of some clay housing inside. But again, it's that sort of 1980s period. All the ones we've seen so far, I wouldn't say any of them have any architectural value, a traditional value that you would say, oh, this is important, I need to protect this. They're everyday housing. It's everyday life housing, and this is the same.
You can see there's an old picture as before and after.
I love the outside. Look at the way in which the window frames sit proud, and the brick here is a different brick.
So all old bricks.
Yeah, this is the state of it, you see. So absolutely abandoned. There's that sign again saying this needs to be demolished.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah,
But
it was nothing.
This is still adaptive reuse. You know, there's still the base of the brick has still been used, the proportion has still been used in there, and there's still traces.
Yeah, it's still being
See
used
it?
the old.
Yeah. It's still got the traces, and then there's a little sneaky Wan Hong spot in here.
Yeah.
This is where I get the chance now to be a proper Wan Hong, and I can do all of this stuff. Look at that little Wan Hong spot. That's another conversation we'll have about the importance,
especially in the evening, attract ladies going to take photos.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the conversations I want to have with you at some point is connecting the Wan Hong idea to the flaneur idea of Walter Benjamin.
Yeah,
that's a cool thing we'll talk about another day, right?
Yeah.
But look, really lovely timber work, nicely detailed. Probably not designed by an architect.
No, by owner self.
Yeah. So we go inside.
Yeah, the owner is a calligrapher.
And I really like the interplay of the layers of vegetation here.
Yeah.
And then the window, it's just a lovely layer.
Even the trees, this older trees has been kept. It was there.
If you can see, we'll see when we go inside, but it's layer after layer after layer. So you've got the foliage, then the light screens, and then you've got this first sort of eating space, and then there'll be courtyards behind there, and it just layers all the way back.
Yeah.
Go in, nice gate. But look at the materiality as well of this place. It's all self-finished. So natural timbers, bricks that have just been sealed with a varnish or clear seal or something. It's natural stones. It's refurbished doors. It's these kind of small art interventions that have been done.
It's like going to a jungle.
Yeah. But again, that inside-outside blending it together, it wants you to explore. Actually, as we get around to this bit, you can now start to see some of the layers going in. So there's some clay housing here on an old stone base.
It's very creative. It's very unusual. You're going, and before you entering the restaurant, there's actually a nice jungle forest.
But this is the language of Sheeman Street. This constant shift between inside and outside, the interplay between nature and between nature and interior space. Yeah. So we have a little walk inside. There's a really cool thing inside. We won't bother too much there. It's a busy one. Again, another internal courtyard.
Yeah, I don't take photos.
Yeah. And then what I really like here is the window just shows the wall. The window here shows the wall material, almost like a painting.
Yeah.
So the materials of the wall become a piece of art.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
Look how thick this wall is. Nearly a metre thick.
Yeah. Huge. Got photos.
All the original timber work. They've just re kind of set all the doorways. Yeah, look at this. So this is obviously original clay wall here, and then this is obviously some repair works that have been done. But actually, it kind of adds to the character of that. We've talked before about storytelling in architectural language and how materials and buildings tell stories, and you can see that in all these different layers. Remember that photograph from outside? This was completely derelict. It was abandoned. It was, it would have been demolished.
Yeah.
But also look at the intimacy of the spaces.
The entire wall looks like a painting, actually. You see, like a Chinese traditional painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming from Song Dynasty or Qing Dynasty. This painting.
And there's obviously some sort of
landscape
cooker
painting
or something here before, because you've got
was kitchen.
Yeah, you've got the soot marks there.
You see the clever way the shop owner, when he see this building was static, was abandoned, but he didn't quickly make decision demolish it. As you said, he faced the reality and to learn from it. Yeah. And use that change to be beauty.
He's learned from it. And it's that vision. Now imagine that, right? Not architecturally trained, not trained as an interior designer, but the ability then to look at a structure and to see the value of it and to see the potential of it. Yeah. And then, to make some quite simple moves that just really showcase, that storytelling. And it's both history and new all at the same time. It's very cool.
Especially like this. It's very artistic.
It's every inch. You could spend as long looking at one wall as you do looking at the entire street.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay.
How many is that? That's like 5. Every single one is interesting.
Yeah.
Every single one has something.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you still have people living amongst this. And what you'll see when we do like Nanmen Street on another day is how many people still come and sit outside and their everyday lives are exactly the same as they've always been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is special. This one's very special.
Dinosaur.
So this is nationalist period. I mean, this is so special. I really hope that it can be protected, and I hope we can retain the character, or whoever develops this can retain the character of it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the stories in that wall, every piece of wood.
As you said, the many stories behind it, inside.
You can almost trace every stone. You'll see bits of pottery as well in here.
Some from Liaohu, definitely.
There's different layers. This may have been built and rebuilt over different times. You've got the old timber work in here. There may have been something on this side originally. And then obviously it would have had another mud skin on the top of this.
Yeah.
So that's some original thing there. And then the detail on the capitals. Yeah. I mean, that's a whole other conversation we could have about details of capitals and the stories they tell of each family. Each one is unique, isn't it? Another alley that heads off deep into the town that we won't explore.
Tanhang, it's linked to Tanhang.
Links back to Tanhang, yeah. But that, when I mentioned Venice before, that's what I'm talking about. You can explore both within the courtyards and within the alleys themselves.
Yeah.
And some of these were opened up by people. So this, when we designed the urban design for this area, we didn't connect some of these things, all of them together. Some we left unconnected, and people have actually come in and opened them up themselves. They've knocked walls down to allow connection.
Yeah, you're right. It was blocked.
Yeah.
But now it's opened by themselves, by the villagers, by the people.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love that.
Because that's negotiation, that's participation. Yeah. That is, a conversation going on between designers, between local people, between entrepreneurs.
The local authority and local community done very well as well. They help the local people to trust.
It's about, as Xing Xing said earlier, it's about enabling.
Yeah, enabling.
Enabling. Every inch. Look, take that. That's a work of art. It's just one 300 millimeters square, and everyone is different. It's cool.
It's all the product of the time and the local people.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I hope this one gets. Treated nicely. Looking forward to coming back when this one's finished. Yeah. Look at the windows, the grills on the windows, the arches over the top.
Yeah, typical nationalist period. And the mix with the Chinese and the Western.
But of course, it needs serious structural work. But that's one,
But it's worthy. If they keep that,
so.
that will generate a huge value for the business.
Yeah. It's a treasure. It's very special, that one.
However, you spend how much money, you cannot repeat that.
I would take this. I'd take this wall down.
Priceless. Yeah,
Or I'd open it, let it address the street a bit more. This is one of the things we did. So when we did the street here, we put outside every house this plinth. The plinth is multifunctional. This basically becomes an enablement opportunity for local people. These are just houses.
Yeah.
But now you can either use them as a garden, people put their own plants and things, or you could sit out and socialise. It becomes an important social space in the street, and you'll see that happening a lot with people just sat and socialising. Oh, it's just just a plinth outside a house. Now there's a brand new one here which I wanted to show you because it's beautiful. What's this one called? Wang Wang.
大花的二狗.
This is a seriously high quality adaptive reuse. It was previously a house. Is it a coffee shop now or tea house?
It's restaurant.
Restaurant. And then a stairwell. It's great, isn't it? People sleep here. Love the height on it.
Yeah, you see something?
Yeah, it's really nicely done. They're beautifully decorated. It's got, I don't know what they're inspired by. It's got maybe a nationalist or colonial kind of vibe to it.
Thai, South Asia. Yeah.
Could be.
Old Shanghai, see?
Yeah,
Shanghai.
It has got a slight kind of colonial feel to it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Roof terrace.
Yeah. Great.
Not fully finished yet.
No.
I like wallpaper. Is that wallpaper or painting?
Wallpaper.
Wallpaper.
But these are just old village houses.
Yeah.
This one's concrete, but it's the sort of building that you wouldn't look twice at if you were walking past. You'd be more focused on the older properties. This is probably a 1990s, 1980s.
80s, early 80s.
Yeah, but everyone is different. So that's what's so amazing. We've just walked down in real time the street. We've gone past 6, 7 houses. Everyone is unique. Everyone is special. Everyone is different. Everyone is beautiful. Everyone is innovative and creative.
Yeah.
And it's that diversity, that as I said, as we mentioned, the sense of adventure, the sense of exploration. There's no Starbucks on every corner. There's no, large corporations. These are local, independent businesses.
Yeah.
Mostly people that have either come back to the area, have family from here, or have been inspired to come and set up a business and invest in Chujing, invest in Ximen Street, and to bring their ideas. And it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, sustainable.
Yeah, this is why a designer shouldn't do everything. This is why a collection of people working together is always going to be much more interesting than a single master plan done by one person. It's the collaboration, the creativity, the competition between the different businesses, which I find really interesting. Because the next owner will have seen this and gone, oh, okay, I quite fancy doing something like that.
Learn from
they will upgrade.
Yeah.
And it's that sense of competition is what makes it successful.
Yeah.
But it's tasteful.
The meaningful.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fab. Great. Love it. So how many is that? That's loads now. I've lost count.